let this be for within a year. If the grace becomes sufficient for me, I'll be called to the bar as a lawyer. When I was here, particularly as a day student, the situation is not like we have today. I would say you are luckier than our time, because we have serious water problem in our park. Today we don't have. Because even if you have, I don't think you have ever carried water on your head from a park junction to this school. Have you done that? Thank you for the invitation. Thank you. But I can tell you, even if you have, the situation is not as worse as our time. Our time too, we did not have proliferation of phones, internet, Wi-Fi connection, and all that. We did not have. Everything was bleak. What your teacher teaches is what you have. You have nothing apart from that. But today, you can quickly do your checks through your phones. You can go online and find solution to many problems that we were not privileged to have. Life on campus. Let me say this, and then I will take my seat again and see whether the little introduction I've done will arouse some questions or interest in you. Okay, when we were here, I was also the housemaster for House 1 and later House 4. I taught history.
The colleague, leaders of the year group, fellow students, good evening. I just want to add up a little to what our teacher has already said. In fact, he has been a big inspiration to many of us from day one we go to Apam Secondary School to this day. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank him for all that he did for us while we were students here at Apam Secondary School. I want to start also with how I started, where I've got to, and where I want to be. So I come from a small community called Aguna Safo, near Aguna Swedro. I'm sure most of you might have known that place or heard of it, because we have produced the longest serving finance minister in the whole of West Africa. Professor Kosibote comes from my village. So I went to Swedro Holy Quran Islamic School, and I completed that in 2002, and I got admission to Apam. In fact, it was by luck or maybe by divine intervention that I got Apam Secondary School, because I didn't get my first choice, I didn't get my second choice, I didn't get my third choice, though I had a very good grade. But I was very good in sports, so Apam decided to give me scholarship, and they gave me scholarship to come to Apam to play volleyball. So I was also in House 2, the Madison House, the best house in the country. I can understand why everybody is happy. I know he is the housemaster for the best house of Apam Secondary School. So there's one particular thing I learned once I was a student here. I did general arts, and I was in Art C. My electives included CRS, government, literature, and Ghanaian language. See, when I was here, my primary interest, in fact, one of our teachers, he was my mentor, and he was the one who actually advised me to take strong interest in academia. So all along, everything that I had for myself was just go to school, and school. So when I was in Form 2, I wrote the NOBDEC, and I couldn't pass my science. So when I got to the final year and I was writing my WASI, my basic interest was to pass science because I had good grades, but for science. I wrote and passed. That particular year, I wanted to go to the university. So I applied for admission at the University of Cape Coast. I didn't get it. I went to Fosu Training College the following year. But when I got to Fosu Training College, I realized that there was technically no difference between secondary school and teacher training college. It was almost the same. We go to dining, we swim, we read, like we were technically doing everything. So one day I sat down and said to myself that I don't belong here. So after 6 months, I left the school and went home. Yeah, it was a very bold decision for me, but I took it. Because I realized I can't be here. The following year, I applied for admission at Accra Polytechnic. And then I got admission for 2 main courses, purchasing and supply, and then something supply chain management. Procurement and supply chain management. Me too, I'm a general student. I'm not very good at mathematics. I didn't do accounting. They gave us one assignment. The course was called Quantitative Studies. And we used graph books, Baku Sa 12. So the next day I told my friends I'm not coming back to this school again. And then, once again, I left. The following year, I applied for admission once again to the University of Cape Coast, and then I had admission. That one, my parents called me and had a strong meeting with me. But they know that the possibility of me coming back home is high. But I should try my best to finish at least within the next 4 years. So I went to do a Bachelor of Arts in African Studies. And I think that was another moment in my life that actually changed a lot of things. I want to assure you that that one I finished. I completed that one in 2012. And when I finished that, my department thought that I could be a teaching assistant. So I did my national service at the University of Cape Coast, Department of African Studies, as teaching assistant, helping the lecturers to teach, and also involved in an ethnographic research as field coordinator. So when I finished with that, I had my first job appointment as library administrator in my community library. So I did that one from 2013 up to 2017. But in 2015, I did my master's at the Institute of Development and Technology Management. And I did development studies with specialization in education, gender, and development. And along that same line, I contested as assemblyman in my electoral area. That was 2015. In fact, I know what some of you are thinking, but that's not the case. That time, I was much younger, so vibrant, very active, articulate, and a lot of the adjectives that you may want to use to describe me. I contested and I set a national record. The whole Ghana in 2015, you can check on the records. I had the highest vote across the entire country from Ghana. And let me also take this opportunity. We are having a great time and having a great conversation, but I'm just trying to draw your attention to a lot of things. Look, this time that you have social media and other platforms, I was also lucky to be on a certain WhatsApp platform. I didn't know the kind of people who were there. But one thing about me is that I love to write. I love to write. And I've done a lot of communications in international journals. When I finish, I'll give you my details so that you can check me out on social media or on Google. Just go to my name and you get to know a lot of things. So on that platform, I was writing. Most of the times I was writing a lot about almost everything. And me too, I'm a politically exposed person, which means I belong to a certain political party. I didn't know that somebody was monitoring me. So in 2017, one man out of the platform became a minister of state in charge of tertiary education. And he wanted somebody to be his special assistant. So I was going to fight for DCE in my district. Unfortunately, that one too I didn't get. The day that the president made the declaration of the nominations, I mean those that had been appointed for the position of MMDCs across the country, that same day that I didn't get, the following day, the man called me to his office at the Ministry of Education. He asked me one particular question. Will I be able to get a place to stay in Accra if I get a job in Accra? And I said, of course, I'll get a place to stay. He said, okay, then I should come the next day. It was Wednesday, and I told him, in fact, I need to go and prepare. So if it's possible, I'll come on Monday. I came on Monday, and they gave me my appointment letter that I've been appointed as executive assistant to the Minister of State in charge of tertiary education. And on that Monday, I should prepare. They are taking me to China the next day for training. So I told them that unfortunately I have to renew my passport, so I won't be able to go. Then they sent somebody to go, and I took out that appointment. I am happy to share with you that China I didn't go for the first training that I was supposed to go. As I speak to you now, I don't know anybody in this room or anybody. Maybe I have to reserve that comment. But I'm happy to tell you that I've traveled to almost everywhere in this world. Because the nature of my work is that I'm always traveling. I was always traveling with the minister. Almost everywhere in the world I've been to, almost everywhere. And that informed my interest in something that I will also tell you later. So I worked at the Ministry of Education from 2017 to 2021. Then from the Ministry of Education, I got another appointment at the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, the Commission for TVET, as the Policy Planning Officer at that commission. And I worked from there from 2021 to 2023. 2023, I decided to do further studies, postgraduate studies abroad. So I went to Coventry University in the UK. And I can assure you that that one I also managed to finish. So whilst I was in the UK, I did another professional course. I developed interest in Chartered Management Institute for a program called Strategic Management and Leadership Practice. So as I speak to you now, I am a Chartered Strategic Manager and Leadership Practitioner. That's what I did in the cinema. I've been Coventry University. I did postgraduate in international relations. So I am an expert in international relations, and my area of specialty is cultural diplomacy, and I have strong interest in soft power. I'll tell you later about soft power and hard power. That is more technical. Along the same time, I also did another program at the Academy for Cultural Diplomacy in Germany, Berlin, where I also graduated in 2024. Then I decided that I will not stay abroad again. I want to come home and work here. Because I have developed so much experience in travel.
Kwame, Benjamin phone, just on me. Kwame, Benjamin phone, just on me.
Myself and my partner decided to register a company and operate a travel and tourism business. So we have started this business known as A24 Travel Consult. And what we do is we do study abroad program for those of you who just finished SS and you want to study abroad. I can get it done for you. If you want to do your degree, if you want to do your masters, if you want to do any postgraduate study like PhD or even a professional qualification course. There are other people who also want to travel and work abroad. That one I also managed to secure job offers for my clients, and I managed to get them their documentation, bring their visas and work permits, and they are able to travel and work abroad. And then for those people who also want to go and attend conferences and to do businesses abroad, I managed to get all that done for them. In all these things, I just want to draw your attention to the fact that, first of all, it must start with your interest. Whatever you are interested in and what exactly you want to do for yourself. In life, you may be tempted to try so many things because you may see people succeeding in so many aspects of life. But if you don't have that passion for what people are succeeding in and you want to try it, you can try it over and over and over and over and over again that you will not succeed. So the most important thing to drive our life successes is the interest and the passion we have for what exactly we want to do for ourselves. That is number one. Number two, you must also try as much as possible to thank God that God has brought you to Abam Secondary School. One of the key things I learned in this school is character and efficiency. Character and efficiency. You see, if you don't have the character, you can get all the appointments in the world, but you can never succeed with it because the bad character will always take you out. And when they talk about efficiency, efficiency means that you have the requisite skills and the capabilities to be able to deliver. So whatever they hand over to you or you are tasked to do, you'll be able to do and do it well. So this evening, I also don't want to bore you so much, but I just want to give you the assurance that whatever target you set for yourself, you should be able to develop interest and a strong passion for that target you have set for yourself and be able to deliver. Once again, I want to take this opportunity to wish you the best of everything that you are doing as students. In fact, when we were here, I'm also happy to say that I was the compound prefect. And these are the basic things that helped us to be able to give back to our society and also do well for ourselves. I know all of you here can do better than what we are doing today. One day, I will be happy to see some of you being the president or the vice president or minister of state, members of parliament, and people who are pursuing the world. Don't say that you are a science student, so you cannot do an arts program. Don't say that you are an arts student, so you cannot do a business-related program. Don't say that you are a visual arts student, so you can't become a nurse. Don't say that you are a vocational student, so you can't become a doctor. Everything in life is possible if you have a strong passion and the determination to do it. Thank you so much.
Let's do that for him. It's like that's how I got my own. We don't care about the room. We do 1 minute, 5 o'clock. Before we listen to our last,
Drop on If you are too much to you, but we have to close so that you can go and see. You don't want to sleep. Don't worry, when we close and you dance, shall we invite on stage Mr. Manuel to also share some experience?
Oh, okay. So no phone like it. Yeah, no. Father's now some recording the session.
Unfortunately, our president left.
Man, I'm not going to